Guys, Brian here for Yes You Can Play Guitar. And I did a reaction video to this new band last week. And this band, you know, me being a guitar metal guy, this band, well, I'm not just a metal guy, but those are my roots. I love metal. And I love thrash metal too, by the way. Love Bay Area thrash. But I had some requests for this band called Love Bites, Break the Wall. And man, the fans came out in droves for this one. So we are going to do a reading your comments for the Love Bites Break the Wall live reaction I did. Now we have over 100 comments, so I gotta move, so I'm not taking up hours of your day. So let's check it out, let's get into it here. Okay, Danielle Hartung Schuster. First thought for me when someone says Love Bites is not Def Leppard. Judas Priest is the name that pops in my head. I agree with that too, Danielle. Just for some reason, Def Leppard popped in my mind, but as I was doing the reaction, I was also thinking about, you know, was it Screaming for Vengeance, or what was the album? In the Deep of Night, Love Bites. I thought of that song as well. I was thinking of Judas Priest as well. Great post. They seem to be taking the Kerry King approach to solos. Okay, so I love Slayer. Okay, I am a huge Slayer fan. These girls were wickedly guitar players, man. So I don't know how you would define the Kerry King approach. Kerry King is an amazing, legendary guitar player. Loved his solos, especially on the Seasons in the Abyss album. These women were wicked guitar players. Wormish. Next song, Set the World on Fire or Shadowmaker. Okay, thank you. A lot of people have mentioned that one. Wormish again, some Japanese bands, old and new. Take your pick. Band Maid. All their songs really. Love Bites. Okay. Baby Metal, I've heard of them as well. We did a comparison video for, I've got two reaction communities. I've got my Patreon reaction community, and I also have my guitar Patreon community. So, you know, I've been a guitar instructor for 30 years, so I post a lot of guitar content. It doesn't get as many views as my reaction videos do, or maybe some of my interviews. But we did a comparison. I had a patron say, hey, there's some controversy about this song from Seven Spires sounding a lot like this song from Baby Metal. And we did a bit more of an in-depth breakdown of that, guitar in hand, and we talked about it on my guitar Patreon community. Maximum the Hormone, okay? Dexcore, Crossfaith, he names a number of bands. Oh, wow. So Wormish, you took a lot of time to write this and post this. I really appreciate it. It gives me a lot to think about. And you took the time of your day to watch the video and take the time to type all that up, and that means a lot to me. It really does. I've mentioned many times when you have a growing YouTube channel, we did an experiment a week or two ago in a video where I just had a timer on, I scrolled comments for 5 minutes, and we didn't even scratch the surface of how many comments I had. But, you know, it's important to acknowledge you guys, because without the viewers, you're nothing. And I felt sometimes, you know, when I've had my favorite YouTube channels, you kind of rate a comment and it never gets acknowledged. Sometimes it's like, but I like doing this because, you know, for some people out there, they might be like, hey, that's cool. He took the time to mention my name and read my comment. It's because I do appreciate each and every comment. Each and every comment that pops up, and I think that person took the time out of their day to watch that video and write a comment. I appreciate the time you took to write that. I want you to know that in person, okay? Eric Darlington, be careful, man. This band becomes habit forming fast. This band was so good, that song blew me away. I really had to sit and think about it. I listened to the song over and over. As I do reactions on my channel, I don't go crazy and just start listening to every song. I want my reactions to be genuine, okay? So that's one thing when you have a reaction channel. Miss Leona's speech. Old school thrash metal doesn't get better than this. The main riff of this song immediately reminded me of Me Too, Testament's Over the Wall. Very much so. Also, as regards to the overall sound, the difference being that I think Love Bites live production has better sound than Testament's studio production. And while Love Bites have Midori and Miyako, Testament only have got one Alex Skolnick. Okay. Yeah. Let's not overlook Eric Peterson. He is a guitar riff god in thrash. Also, I gotta say, man, his lead playing's really improved since the early days, man. He's, I don't know if you checked out when Phil Demo filled in for Alex Skolnick. I've actually been in touch with Alex. Hopefully we're hoping to have him on for an interview here on my channel. I've had some other thrash legends interviewed here on my channel. Look back at my videos and you'll see. But unfortunately, he had a lot going on. It's not my place to get into it here, but Phil Demo, who I've interviewed on my channel, he's filled in for a few, but him and Eric were both doing Alex's solos. Eric did well, Phil too, but Eric was, man, he's come a long way. But, you know, Alex Skolnick is probably undoubtedly my all-time favorite guitar player. So I can really connect with your comments here. For more thrash metal by Love Bites, I'd recommend the live versions of Set the World on Fire and The Awakening the Hammer, okay? People have already had a few mentions of that one. And Dissonance, music-wise, not, okay. Also Enter Death, okay. So Miss Luna's speech, I really appreciate that. Great post. I love Testament. They're my all-time favorite metal band. Alex Skolnick is undoubtedly my favorite all-time lead guitar player since probably 87 or 88. So yeah, Firstborn. Japan is a hotbed of musical talent. Check out Nemophilia, Trident, Hanabi, Maximum, The Hormone. Okay, a lot more bands I'm going to check out. Just to name a few. The level of talent is outstanding and Japan truly should be proud, as they should be. I agree. One of my all-time favorite bands is the band Loudness. In the mid-80s, I had some of the Loudness albums, especially Thunder in the East and Lightning Strikes. Akira Takasaki, I did a video about him, one of the older videos when I just started my channel, about how amazing he was. Check it out. One of my favorites. David Misa Cook. Miho. Okay, all right. Thank you, David. Zoran Milicic. Let the Wolfpack invade this channel. This bro knows music and guitars for sure. Thank you. I think he's talking about me. Love Bites is a real deal. Nobody cares. Nobody does it better these days. Sorry. You want heavy metal, Love Bites, power metal, thrash, ballads, progressive, all in one. Sure, they can do it all on some seriously high level. You ain't seen nothing yet, bro. Cheers. Thanks, Zoran Milicic. I really appreciate your comment. I agree. Schizo Bunny. Where do you guys come up with some of these names, man? These are awesome. Uh-oh, another seasoned musician about to go down the rabbit hole of the awesomeness of Love Bites. You're going to enjoy the ride, LOL. Thank you, Schizo Bunny. Goreman 1976. More Love Bites. Absolutely, thank you. Ogre51, thanks for a great reaction. I appreciate that. Excellent. Unlucky _ CD, my favorite band. They are awesome. Shark Murtado, Love Bites is totally legit. Yes, they are. Figueroa 1, Love Bites, greetings from Argentina. Greetings, my friend. How are things? Are you in the Buenos Aires area? Bo Yu. In high school, there was a guy who was in my class. His name was very similar to that, but I think it was Bo Lu. But anyway, Bo Yu writes, since you're a guitar player and coach, I suggest the following. Signs of Deliverance, it gives me a link. Scream for Me, gives me a link. And you'll witness how truly talented these ladies are. Bo, your recommendations have not gone unnoticed. I appreciated it very much. DG, good recommendations, Bo. Okay. Zabri Abu Bakar. Love Bites, new songs, MV Judgment Day. So he named some songs. Bro, it's time for another top Japanese rock metal bands after Love Bites. He names some more. Nemophilia. Cover songs, Iron Maiden, Skid Row. Okay, Band-Aid, Hanabi, Asterism. Excellent. Zabri, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Watch this 16-year-old girl solos and 7-string bass solos. It's awesome. You know, it just amazes me when you see the younger generation just are awesome musicians because, you know, there's so much more out there now to distract kids with video games and cell phones and apps and all this other stuff, social media. So when you see the kids that really, you know, put the time in on the guitar or their instrument, they're amazing. It's really cool to see. Clint, and as an instructor, that makes me happy too. Clint Ashcraft, okay? This is just the tip of the iceberg for Love Bites. Also, so many other metal bands in Japan that you need to check out, like Nemophilia, also hard rock band, Band-Maid. Is that a playoff of the Band-Aid band from the, who did that? Don't they know it's Christmas time? Anyway, thank you, Clint. Coyote, I was surprised the Love Bites is the first all-female Japanese band you've ever checked out. I only listen to Japanese band, which are all female or have a band behind them like Passcode. You should check out Nemophilia and Hanabi. I will definitely do that, Coyote. Thank you. Why Suzuki, thanks. Thank you. And thank you too. The Cybermantis. Wolfpack is here for Love Bites. You just went down a big rabbit hole. Thank you. Mr. Neo Rizal, you need to check when destinies align. I shall do that. Jean-Marc Koning. Now, Jean-Marc subscribed to me 4 days ago. Thank you, guys. I don't want to be one of those channels that bugs people to subscribe all the time. It's annoying when I watch a channel and they do that. But when you subscribe, and you see your subscription count go up, it really helps keep the motivation going. Because with YouTube, especially when you're doing reaction videos and some musical stuff that might involve copyright content, you don't make the money people think you do. That's why I'm always like mentioning Patreon. I really appreciate the support on my Patreon communities. Thank you, Jean-Marc. Chris O, okay. He subscribed 3 weeks ago. Lead singer of Sami has been on stage with Hailstorm at Download 2019 performing Love Bites. The song the band is named after: Miyake and Midori, Blonde Ponytail on guitar, Miho on bass here, and Haruna on drums. Miho left in 2021, replaced by Fami last October. One of their thrashier songs. It is a thrasher, and it is a good one. They have others that lean towards power metal and some ballads. To see the power metal side, try Holy Wars from the same show. The piano on stage is not just for show. Miyako is a classically trained pianist. She does Chopin on Swan Song. Cool. I think they're now in their early 30s. They look very young. New bassist Fami is about 10 years younger. Okay, cool. Thank you, Chris. Kiel Anwar. Love Bites was the best metal band. Mind-blowing, did epic masterpiece live. Thanks, bro, for your great reaction. You should check them more. I will. Evidence Matters. One of the best thrash metal songs ever performed. I agree. Charles W. Jansen II. Charles has publicly subscribed to me 4 days ago. Thank you, Charles. It means a lot. Just found your channel and you have very good commentary and observations. Thank you. Subbed and liked. Thank you again. You are right. These girls are highly skilled musicians. Not only that, they rate most of their songs. YouTube has been a huge boon to music, especially those from Japan. And he talks about how it has influenced a new generation for really classic metal, which is cool. And he explains more about the different musicians. Most of the band are late 20s, early 30s. Fami is a kid at 20. Fami is her nickname, which she was given by her family as a kid growing up because she likes Japanese convenience store Family Mart. Family Mart, that's cool. Charles, I really appreciate you taking the time to post that. Again, the viewers have educated me on different bands, songs, albums so much, and it just means a lot to me. Thank you. Old Guy Keith. Awaken Hammer of Wrath should be next, or maybe Set the World on Fire, both live versions. I've heard Set the World on Fire. I haven't heard the song, but I've heard, meaning seen, a lot of people mention it here. So I will definitely check that out, Old Guy Keith. Harvey Bigay. Love Bites, Live Thunder Vengeance. Okay, thank you, Harvey. Fab1. Thank you for reacting to Love Bites. Love Bites has about 60 songs. Please up the good work, Love Bites. Okay, so he gives me a bit of a history, and that's really cool. Fab1, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to post that and educating me. Really appreciate it. Old Guy Keith, it ain't no Def Leppard, lol. That was funny. Okay. Hiawatha G. Congratulations, you just found the best new metal band to come along in decades. In their first 5 years of existence, they put themselves on par with the greatest bands of metal's golden age. Other reviewers have described them as alien superheroes disguised as young women. Don't even get me going about aliens and UFOs, folks. Don't even go there. You notice how more and more stuff is coming out in the news now? Don't get me started. They recently went on a 1.5-year hiatus while they searched for a new bassist. They announced their new bassist in October 2022. Okay, so Hiawatha, this is a great post. I come back to these longer posts and I read them after, just for time's sake, because I don't want to be posting 1.5-hour long videos. You know, I respect everyone's time out there. But Hiawatha, it means a lot to me that you posted this. I'm skimming through it as we speak. I really appreciate you taking the time to write all this and post this out. You know, maybe if I get to interview the band sometime down the road on my channel, maybe I'll get you to interview them with me. Okay, thank you so much, Hiawatha. You'll get lots of suggestions. Just one thing, don't bother with bloodstock footage. The sound quality is poor. Thank you so much. I did a reaction to a Ginger live performance at Alcatraz, I think, and the audio was not good. Best to take suggestions with the actual links. Also, you can't go wrong with any of their official clips. Welcome to the Wolfpack. Thank you. Bernardo Esperanto, very good comment, and I fully agree. Okay, thank you so much. Oh, they covered Painkiller by Judas Priest. Oh, man, I got to see that. That's exciting. Get Rich. Here in Germany, it looks very bad in the music schools with guitar newcomers and basically with rock newcomers. the more enthusiastic I am since 2020 when I discovered Japanese women hard rock and heavy metal scene. Thousands of young Japanese musicians between 20 and 35 years, according to my impression, more women than men into rock. Okay, cool. Okay, a little bit more history about Love Bites. And, yeah. He says Miyako and Midori are the best guitar duo in 3 decades. All Love Bites women are masters. Okay, thank you so much. Gitterich, I really appreciate you taking the time to post this and educating me. Zeplica, great reaction, sir. They both shred, but Midori more so. Welcome to the Wolfpack. Enjoy the ride. Try next try Shadowmaker live from 2021. It kicks ass. Okay, thank you. Unknown, Haruna is the drumming goddess. I like your YouTube little logo there. Alistair McIntyre, the thing I always find so scary is that neither of the guitarists even started playing guitar until they're nearly 20 years old. Miyako, the one with feeling, ain't nothing but feelings, is, believe it or not, self-taught. She's also a classically trained pianist and a general musical genius. Okay. There are a few of them out there. I am not one of them. But some people say I can shred pretty good for an old guy. Scoob64, okay? By the way, Miyako, the black-haired guitarist playing the Les Paul, is also classically trained concert pianist. Were you to be in Japan on November 19th, you'd be able to check out their classical piano recitals at the Tokyo FM Hall. Here's a link to her playing her classically influenced interpretation of Halloween's Eagle Fly Free. Wow. Okay, that's so cool. Scoob. Unfortunately, I do not plan on being in Japan. I've never been on a plane before. I'm definitely afraid of heights. If I go upstairs to bed at night, I get nosebleeds, vertigo, anxiety. But someday, oh yes, I shall get up the nerve to go on a plane. Grant Nealon. Hi, Grant. Welcome to the world of Japanese female rock and metal. You're one song in, 62 to go. A few more for you. Band-Aid, okay. Hagain, Trident, got Carrick Spin, 30-odd songs between them. So much talent. Love Bites has a new bassist. She just turned 21 a few days ago. I'd like to see your take on her. Watch her cover of Alien. She was 17 in the video. She is mind-blowing. Just sub to your channel. Like what I see. Best wishes from France. Merci beaucoup, Grant. J'habite en Québec, en Canada. Je suis anglais, mais je dois parler en français beaucoup. Mais le français québécois parle la même chose que le français en France. Thank you so much, Grant, for your post. I really appreciate it. Theo Hoff. Are you related to Wim Hof, Theo? The best dressed and most consummate band in the field of metal and beyond it since 2016. Charismatic personalities, brilliant songbook, awesome live performances, and singular musicianship. These ladies are a godsend. Theo, Wim Hof, been doing those cold shower things, and you feel good after. Okay, this person, it looks like it might be Russian. I can't pronounce that name, so I'm not going to try. But you can see it here. Thanks for the reaction. Since 2017, Love Bites have recorded about 60 original songs and musical compositions. You might find it hard to believe, but they don't have bad songs. No, I don't think they have bad songs at all. Dude, that band blew me away. It took me like days to process like what I saw. I was like, wow. They play thrash, power speed, progressive metal, classical music. Some songs have elements of hard rock, neoclassical, symphonic metal. These ladies are phenomenally talented. Dude, blown away. Okay? It would be my dream to play on stage with them sometime. At the very least, maybe do security at one of their concerts. P.S. In 2018, Love Bites won the 2018 Metal Hammer Golden Gods Award for Best New Band. Cool. April 2020, Metal Hammer listed the third studio album, Electric Pentagram, as one of the 20 best metal albums of 2020. Cool. Thank you. Martin G.H. Welcome to the mind-blowing world of Love Bites. These women are extremely talented, skillful, and versatile, exceptional musicians. Laurie Aiden. This person, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, but Laurie Aiden, I got a bunch of requests. Guys, I honestly, I'm just keeping it real. I get thousands of requests a month for different songs, different bands. What I normally do is my Patreons and my reaction community, if they really want to see a reaction, they'll let me know and I'll do my best to do it. Sometimes I will take a suggestion from the comments. I'd heard of, people had mentioned Love Bites a few times, and then Laurie Aiden, this person here, did it for that person. Okay. Dree guy, Haruna. Okay, so he named some more bands and stats about the band members. They were phenomenal. And he gives me another link to Bravehearted. Awesome. Written by the Little Big Engine Haruna. I already think, isn't Haruna the drummer? See, I'm an old guy, but been hitting the head a few times. But I'm a relatively fast learner. World Peace. You guys are probably wondering what's that board in the background. Actually, my job, when I'm not doing YouTube, is I give guitar lessons. And yeah, so one of the things I do offer people online is online guitar consultation. So you're not locked into like weekly lessons. It's more for if you've been playing for a while, if you're a beginner, you're frustrated, you don't know what, you need something explained, you need a bit of help, a bit of direction. You can book a Zoom appointment with me, and we talk for half an hour, and you get a plan together, and you get some help, and you're on your way. Down the road, if you need more help, you can book another appointment with me. That seems to work really well with a lot of people. So, World Peace, Love Bites, Break the Wall, lyrics. So they post the lyrics. It reminds me slightly of Over the Wall from Testament, but I think it's just more like a personal battle of something inside. But I'm looking forward to learning more about the band and more about that song as well. Thank you so much for writing that out. I really appreciate it. World Peace. Patrick H. Love Bites' mission is to recreate the old school metal sound energy of the new wave of British heavy metal. Don't they do that? Times 10, plus a really good cycle of steroids, my friend. Little prog from your background, I would recommend Swan Song. Okay, someone mentioned that. To see how Miyako can compose a thrash song with a Chopin piano intro. Then shred on the Chopin on piano and the lead and guitar solo. Cool. Miss Luna's speech. Okay, Patrick H. Okay, these guys are just having a bit of a disagreement, so you can go in the comments and read it. I'm not going to get involved. I appreciate you all. I let them talk it out. My good man, Sal Saucedo. So let's talk about Sal for a second, okay? Sal, public subscriber, and he took it a step further and he joined my Patreon. And that means a lot. Maybe someday if we get to interview some people from Love Bites, I'll have Sal join me. I want to give back to my patrons. That'd be really cool. So, Sal says, if you seriously loved Love Bites and the two guitarists, strongly suggest even younger ones like Haruka of Asterism, and we've heard Asterism several times already, and AU Gus fans of Indonesia. I've had a lot of people request that person too. I've done a lot of reactions to Alip Ba Ta. He's a very famous guitar player from India, but also a young fellow from Indonesia, sorry. I've done reactions for Alip Ba Ta, a very famous guitar player from Indonesia, and also Abim Finger. He's a wicked young guitar player, amazing player from Indonesia as well. And I have heard other people have suggested this person to me, AU Gus fans. Okay, and some more links. Really appreciate Sal. I'm hoping, Sal, we're going to be doing sometime in the relatively near future another meet and greet on Zoom with all the Patreons, so I can meet you all kind of face to face, and we can chat. We're due for one of those on Patreon. DG, hell yeah, best band, period, for me. I grew up listening to 80s metal, mostly thrash and power, me too. These ladies are right up my alley and elite talent. Great reaction, keep going, it only gets better. I agree, DG, thank you. Pale Horse, one of my favorite things about this version of the song is how clean it is. On the previous live DVD, it was a bit rough with the bends during the chorus sounding sour. Okay. Interesting. I'd like to check that out too to see that. In that one, Miyako was playing a Dean Switchblade ML and wasn't hitting those bends for whatever reason. On this version, she broke out a Les Paul and nailed it every bend. Great version of this great song. Maybe they weren't having a good monitor mix and she couldn't hear herself very well. I've been in those situations live. It ain't fun, my friend. Let me tell you. Love Bites definitely wasn't the best song off the Hysteria album. No, I didn't like that song at all. I like the title track myself. Same, yeah, me too. Just has a cool mellow vibe with a fun soul. I agree totally, Pale Horse. Where I lived, where I grew up as a teenager, Ottawa, it's the capital of Canada, they had a legendary music hall named Barrymore's. U2 played there before they were discovered. It was a very, Red Hot Chili Peppers, all kinds of big bands played there. Megadeth played there. And when I finally got to play there, I was so disappointed on the stage sound. I could barely hear myself. The monitor mixes were horrible. I remember that was just like, what? This is just weird. It's like, dude, this is like a legendary venue. What's going on here? Maybe she couldn't hear herself very good. But maybe we'll check that out sometime. Jim Ulgen Fitz. All right, Jim. Thanks so much for covering Love Bites. I'm a 68-year-old bassist percussionist from Arizona. Cool. Got a good friend, Tony, lives in Arizona. Just discovered this great band only 3 years ago. These ladies kick ass. I totally agree. Paul Reed, me too, but Australia. Love Australia. If I could ever get on a plane, I'd love to go. Sometimes I'll watch the show, Welcome to Bondi Beach. You know, Bondi Beach. It's the beach in Sydney or whatever. Pinoy Power. Love Bites rules. I agree. Sunny Nguyen. Great reaction. Please react to more Love Bites. I will definitely do that. I agree, Sunny. Thank you for commenting. Kay, welcome to the Love Bites, and thank you for doing this reaction. The ladies are so good, talented. Love Bites rock. I agree. Herbert West. Love Bites. Haha, be ready to have your channel flooded by Love Bites fan. Well, that's not a bad thing. The only problem with Break the Wall is it doesn't give Asami, the vocalist, much of an opportunity to show off. She was amazing, though. Great front person as well. Funnily enough, they did get their band name from a song, but the song is Love Bites, So Do I by Hailstorm. I have heard of Hailstorm. Pretty much anything from the live shows from 2020 or 2021, you can't go wrong with. They don't really have bad songs. Holy War seems like a popular recommendation. Swan Song with the Chopin intro is also nice, and allows Miyoko, the guitar player on the right, to show off her piano skills. They did a wicked live studio cover of Halloween's Eagle Fly Free, which gives every member of the band a moment to show off. The only one of them that's really young is our new bassist, Fami, who is 20, I believe, but she's not featured in this video. Okay. Well, the bassist they had was pretty wicked. Plus, she was doing background vocals playing those crazy riffs. Ladrio, thank you for the reaction. Love Bites rules. I agree. Thank you. Frederick Keller, welcome to the world of Love Bites. The world of beautiful ballads, heavy power, speed, thrash metal. Cool. Thank you, Frederick. Gordon, Knott's Finest. Any choice of Love Bites is always a good choice. My suggestion would be Scream for Me, either live concert performance or stream live from the abyss. Solos galore. Posted some links for me. Thank you, Gordon. I really appreciate it. Paul Stevenage commented, go with the live concert version. Okay, thank you, Paul. David Tormashi. Came across this band in December when I was going through some reaction videos. It was a regular video of Thunder Vengeance from 2020 concert, and I was hooked. Cool, David. I'm kind of hooked already. This band is going to be like my crack, okay? Not my rear end, but I mean like my addiction, okay? Nightwish. That's kind of interesting. I have a lot of Nightwish fans checking out my channel lately too. We've been doing a little bit of a deep dive into Nightwish. Again, a little bit more content on my Patreon, but my reaction Patreon community, not my guitar Patreon community. Best thing to happen to metal in decades. Formed 2016, part of the awesome Japanese metal scene dominated by female bands. You have to be wick good, I agree with that, to survive in the Japanese music scene these days. Midori dropped out of dental school at 20 and went to a prestigious music academy for guitar. I wonder if she regrets that decision. Miyako is a classical pianist who picked up the guitar at 18 and is self-taught. Polar opposites who harmonize live like a Vulcan mind melt. Petite women who wear their femininity proud while writing, arranging, and performing their songs in high heels and gowns. I did notice their dress was interesting while playing Wicked, especially live. Yeah, and he talks about the drummer and the bass. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much, Nightwish. What do you think of my Nightwish reactions? Okay. Christian Kuvidu. All right. Hell yeah, I agree. Thank you, Christian. Not woke Viking rules. They're late 20s, early 30s. They got a new bassist. She just turned 21. Awesome. Kevin Boland, great reaction. Just the tip of the iceberg. Best band on the planet, in my opinion. Hope you do many more. You will not be disappointed. Yeah. We got plans for that, for sure. Jonathan Parker. Amazing musicians, every one of them. It's a crime how much talent sits in one single band. A huge benefit to the Wolfpack. This is a rabbit hole you just go into with Love Bites. Every song has something different. Okay, so he gives a suggestion, Judgment Day, and he posts a link. In his 50-plus years of listening to metal, thrash and speed, my favorite subgenres. Me too. I love Bay Area thrash. Go back and check out some of my previous interviews. Okay? And as well, Austin, the solo of Break the Wall is, JD, for me, has the best solo section I've ever heard. A big part of that is because of their new bassist Fami and her amazing bass lines. Midori and Miyako, for me, are the best dual leads I've ever heard. Yes, better than Maiden or Priest. Yeah, I have no argument there. Miyako is also virtuoso at piano and a major composer of Love Bites songs. Great reaction by someone who knows what they're talking about. Thank you. I definitely feel that I have an idea. I played keyboards when I was young and pretty good at it, but Berklee College of Music destroyed me as a player. You know what, Jonathan? Why is that? I'd like to know about that. Could you email me your story at yesyoucanplayguitar@gmail.com? I'd like to hear more about that. Okay, Chad the Dragon Lord. At the time of this video, all the band members were approximately 29, 30 years old. Okay, so we go into the band member names. Really cool, Chad. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys educating me. The Cyber Mantis. I love your YouTube logo. True, but they both studied piano and music theory before moving to guitar, so they had a head start on it. Cry You 575. Any Love Bite song is worth listening to, and virtually all are originals. By the way, the dark-haired guitarist Miyako, who I see people have already mentioned plays piano as well, has a forthcoming EP of piano covers and has already dropped an MV of a cover of Halloween's Eagle Fly Free on Love Bite's official channel. A bit different than the original, which the band as a whole have covered, as she's composed a variation with classical flavor. So, you know what? I'm going to tell you something about Halloween. They've been around since I was in high school, late 80s. And I played in bands, metal bands, with guys that were really into that band, and I heard them and I thought they were good, but I didn't really get into them. But you know what? I think I'm going to go back and give them another serious listen. I think they've influenced a lot of people. Hard Knocks, they're all in their 30s. Awesome, thank you. Metal Mark. Nice getting your take, being an experienced guitar player, teacher. Thank you. There are actually 3 songs I know with Love Bites. Def Leppard, Judas Priest, and Hailstorm. Cool. Yeah, he's talking about the dual guitar solos, which are amazing. If you want to check out a video of the band members discussing their equipment, check out the video Love Bites, Daughters of the Dawn. The gear introduction. We might just do that. The interviewer is Asami, their vocalist. Thank you, Metal Mark 12. Appreciate it. Flame of Udon. Okay. Publicly subscribe to me. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I suggest Shadowmaker or Soldier Stand Solitary. Miyako and Midori, the twin lead guitar players for Love Bites, are in a class all their own right now. Totally agree. He grew up with Metallica and the whole 80s metal scene, like many fans of Love Bites. The two often swap solos, but when they play together and harmonize, there's a special chemistry. For my taste, I really can't name a better pair of leads when they play together. Tipton and Downey from Priest, maybe. Those girls are good, man. There is a Love Bites piano Painkiller cover. And I'm a fan of Tipton and Downey. Oh, you mean KK Downing. Okay, sorry. Low carb day today. I would like to check out their Painkiller cover. Camelot or Halloween among others, but mostly obscure niche bands that did this style as well. Really cool post. Flame of Udon, I appreciate it. Chad the Dragon Lord. Awesome reaction, my friend. And to think Love Bites has improved since then, because this film was about 3 years ago. Midori and Miyako are, in my opinion, one of the greatest guitar duos in heavy metal of all time. He recommends Judgment Day with their new bass player. I will definitely check that out, my friend. Him and Sal Saucedo get into a little chat there. I'll let them. When people do that, I just let them chat between themselves. Not my place to get into that. Boki, you get major props from me just because you didn't choose Holy War as your first reaction for Love Bites. LOL. Nothing wrong with Holy War. It's a great song, but everyone and their mother always react to that song first. I'm thinking because it's the most representative song of their style. Love Bites has a habit of naming things after old songs from other groups, and that can throw people off because they think it's a cover, but it's not. Funny, you picked one of the few songs where both of the guitar players don't shred. Most people prefer the blonde guitar player because it seems she can play a tiny bit faster. They're both great. They both are a little different, but they're both amazing, and they're both smart the way they coordinated those solos and played to each other's strengths. Yeah, okay, that's really cool, Boki. I appreciate your post. He posts a link of where she's talking in English. Very cool. Unboxing her new Dean. I got a Dean. The Rusty Cooley Xenocide 7-string model. It's fun. I think about how even with Midori Miyako was to which one the fans more like, they're both good. They play to their strengths. Miss Luna's speech and Boki, so they're chatting there, so I'll let them just chat amongst themselves. Oh Bud. The band is named after the song Love Bites, okay, from Hailstorm. Midori is an ESP guitarist. Okay, it looked like she was playing an ESP. Studied guitar at the Musical Institute of Osaka. Classically trained. Guys, I'm sorry, my phone's going crazy. I got messages from students. We get those alert things. There's an alert that went off. We're having weather warnings. The forest fires are near here. Punch into Google or YouTube, forest fires Quebec. That's crazy. Oh, Bud, thank you so much for the great post. I appreciate it. Marcin Poplowski, Love Bites, a team of 5 thrash power metal goddesses. We're not here to be cute. We're here to be heavy. Okay, so again, he talks more about the musicians and what equipment they're using. You guys are great, man. Oh my God, look at this post and all the recommendations it gives me. Marcin, thank you so much. You took the time to post that. That means a lot to me. I'm going to absorb that. I'm going to reread the really long comments with all the information. But for time, I'm just going to move through really quickly for time, just so I'm not posting a 2-hour video. But I really appreciate you posting that for me. You guys educate me so much. Griesh Esquire, I can't tell the Japanese symbols. They look like not hiragana, but maybe katakana to me. Subscribed to me 3 weeks ago. Thank you. Japan is the new home of rock and metal, my friend. Discovered J-Rock about 8 years ago. America invented it, Europe upgraded it, and in Japan perfected it. And saying that from an OG Sabbath fan. That's funny. Get rich, there's no better way to put it. No argument here, my friend. Marcus Kazoo, Wolfpack, cool. Sam Soons, Love Bites are incredible, amazing. Yes, they are. Looking forward to doing more. Oh, Bud, next Love Bites song, Swan Song. Okay. Hugh Fernando, Wolfpack here, more Love Bites, the song Judgment Day, thank you. Lonnie Kramlich, the dark-haired guitarist Miko is classic pianist. Okay, more details about her. If you listen to more Love Bites, you will definitely hear those classic influences in the music she writes. Chopin intro in the Swan Song. Okay, thank you. Alec Hidell. Great reaction. It's nice when someone eminently qualified to comment reinforces what I, a non-musician, know, which is that these ladies are something extra special. They sure are. You'll get a lot of suggestions, so it's not really necessary for me to give you one. There are 60-odd songs from 5 years of actual output. If you take out the enforced break they took when the founding member and bassist left in 2021, they recently returned with a phenomenal prodigy on bass. After auditioning extensively, it has to be said generously, the newest album released Judgment Day makes what you just witnessed appear tame in comparison. Ooh. You have my attention, Alec. That's very interesting. Tame in comparison, because that song blew me away. The Les Paul guitarist won't be playing at 18. Okay. Okay, very interesting. Love Bites is the best thing to happen to music in my 63 years on this rock. No kidding. They're elite level musicians who have no airs and graces, who genuinely appreciate their fan base and regularly show it. You know what, Alec? 2 things. She was saying about her last Twitter message of the day ended with her reminding everyone to practice their guitar before going to bed. I have been a guitar instructor for decades. And when I see these amazing younger guitar players coming up, it's amazing because you see a lot as an instructor. You see people that progress and do really well and become amazing. Some of my students are professional musicians. Then you get others, they just don't want to do what you show them and they don't want to put in the work. And it's like, well, either they give up on guitar or they're not happy with the results. So it's like, well, what do you want me to do, man? These are the choices you're making. So when I see people really progress, and especially the younger generation, it's awesome. Appreciate their fan base. So another thing, I hope you guys can see that I appreciate you. I've seen a lot of bigger YouTube channels. I know it's hard. You get my 22,000 subscribers. My channel is still small. Maybe some might consider it medium, but there's a lot of volume of comments. Even sometimes my messages on Instagram and email, it's a larger volume. It's an adjustment to get used to everything. But I find by doing these videos, it's my way of saying, Alec, you took the time to watch the video and write this and comment. That means a lot to me, right? And I just think sometimes some of my have previously favorite YouTube channels, when I wrote a comment, if the person who ran the channel would have given me a shout out or taken the time to do that, how much that would have meant to me. So it's very important to appreciate, you know, I don't want to say for YouTube my fan base, but just people that watch, and subscribe, and support my channel. Okay, because I don't like to use the word fans. Let's use the word friends. We're friends, right? The world's gone crazy. We can come to my channel. We can enjoy music together. We can talk about music together. You know, and even if we don't always agree on everything, we can just have a nice chat about it. We don't have to start World War III and get nasty, right? Guitar Zen, don't forget Midori started at 20, although she had proper training at the Musicians Institute. Barefoot Baron, Love Bites makes me happy. Me too, my friend. Me too. Oh, Bud, best guitar duo. I agree. Midori and Miyako, no argument there. Jean-Marc Koenig, okay, I'm assuming he's from Sweden. Publicly subscribed 4 days ago. Thank you, Jean-Marc, the best. Okay. Rick Dale, if you leave and breathe old school metal, I kind of do. I'm really big on Bay Area thrash. I like some progressive metal too. I like Dream Theater, when Dream and Day unite, but more so Images and Words, and I like The Wake. They're still good. I don't know. But I really like Symphony X as well, so I like some progressive metal. I'm Canadian, so I gotta like Rush. There's another great Canadian prog band called Saga that I've loved for years. Rick Dale, okay. And Different Techniques, you'll absolutely adore Love Bites. No instrument left behind, and the writer player, they all shine. That's true, Rick. That's all shine. Also of note, both guitarists played 7-string guitars in their past projects, so there's much more room for them to venture into, if they so choose. How about the percussion, though? Yeah, the drummer was amazing. She kicked butt. Great post, Rick. Thank you. Late Again 92, here for my daily Love Bites fix. Thank you. J.O. Bosco, welcome to Love Bites. I know that my friends at Wolfpack will suggest many songs. You will surely browse through beautiful and virtuoso melodies and guitar battles. Thank you so much. Faint Smile 88, Awaken Old Warrior of Thrash, Love Bites. I am an old warrior of thrash, it's true. David Herson, great reaction, love this band. Me too. And Migo, Metal, Grace, Elegance, Beauty, Symphony, great musicians, great songs, Love Bites. In the Deep of Night too, okay? Black Owl, my favorite band right now. Knew them since 2019. And yeah, I knew them by accident, searching for Def Leppard's song Love Bites. But this band popped up as a result. I gave it a try. The next couple seconds, they blew my mind right away. I'm a fan ever since. The first song was Shadowmaker. That introduced me to them. Try it. You'll like it as much as I do. Love Bites. Thank you so much, Black Owl. I appreciate it. Okay, our last two comments. Olifant, okay? Olifant, that name looks familiar. I'm pretty sure that he has commented on other videos. They're between 30 and 35 now, mostly. They have a new young bassist, okay? Talks about how good the bassist is. They play in an 80s style, yep. Japan took a somewhat different route in metal than the West. New metal was not very popular in Japan. Interesting. They have always tended towards the melodic side of things rather than the brutal. And B, because of the two founders of the group, old bassist Mio here and the drummer are into Maiden and Priest. Okay. They're amazing. As a guitar instructor, you'd certainly appreciate their over 1 minute virtuoso solo duels. Maybe rack to another song. Here's one with a great solo break. Shadowmaker. Post a link. Or another one with their new bassist Fami. Post a link. Olifant, I will check those out. I will be into consideration for what my next reaction video will be. So I will be going through these recommendations again. David Ornberg, okay? You got some really brutal bands in Japan as well. Deviloof or Juluka. I still have problems to get my head around Juluka's song Overkill. So much is happening in that song. Cool, man. So that is 117 comments. So guys, that band blew me away. We will be doing much more of Love Bites. And I'm still getting used to the name. I really want you guys to know and understand that I really appreciate everybody watching, everybody taking the time to comment, and caring enough to educate me about this phenomenal new band. So, if you want to go a little bit further, please, if you want, subscribe to the channel. If you want to take it a step further, check out, I have 2 Patreon communities. I have a reaction community, and I just started a guitar community. Longtime guitar instructor. There's extra lessons, content there. Reaction community, a lot of cool stuff going on there. But if you want to check it out, I might be starting to add some Love Bites content to that. I would love it down the road if I could interview the band. It's one of the cool things when you have a growing YouTube channel. It opens up more possibilities of who you can interview. If I interview Love Bites down the road, I'd like to have one of my Patreons interview them with me. All right, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for the support. Thank you all for taking the time out of your day for watching the video and commenting. It means the world to me. Remember, guys, practice hard, practice smart, no excuses, and we will see you soon.